when making the proposal or the presentation, there's a format to follow. And the format basically says, to build trust, begin the proposal by first reviewing the goods and the compelling gap. You know, my understanding of your goods are, and the reason, and this is how it impacts your business. This is the total cost of value to your business. Here's kind of the current situation. Do we got it right? Yes, we got it right. Great. Let me show you how we're going to take care of that. Boom, boom, boom. Here's our approach. Here's our recommendation. Here's the value to you. And here's the next steps. What's the next step? Place an order, sign a contract, schedule delivery. These are next steps. And oh, by the way, if you have questions in any detail, I've got all that information. I'll answer any questions you got, but I got that buried in the appendix. I don't go to it until you ask. Because most of the time it's not necessary. They know tech data. They're okay. They know you got it covered. But if not, you've got the information you can answer. So it's a real simple process. Verify and confirm the goods, and that's how you build trust. Propose the solution, the value, and the next steps, and then answer any questions based on when they're asked. Pretty simple format. Now, when delivering the proposal or presentation and you're selling, whether it's a quick transaction or whatever, it's basically saying, keep it simple and high level. And it's a process that says, listen, hey, John, before I get into, we've had a couple of conversations. Okay, you're a customer we've been doing business with. We've had some conversations. Before I get into kind of a solution that I'm going to recommend as part of our relationship over the long term, let me just review a couple of things with you first. Just make sure I got it right. Okay, that's how it starts off. So I'd like to review and verify that the information I have is accurate, and get your perspective on it, and make sure we're focused on what's important to you. Then after that, I will go through our approach, our recommendation, the value to you, and what I would recommend as next steps, how we can get started. So it's really just being comfortable with, let me verify you first, and then I'll talk to you about me second. Because to every customer, the most important person to them is them. So if you talk about them first and make sure they're comfortable and make sure they're on the same page, then you have earned the right to talk about you. So there's a little, a shift in thinking. Most of us are accustomed to talking about us. We have to pull that back and put the customer first, and then they'll take care of us. And then you just kind of say, okay, we've had a lot of conversations. Let's start with the big picture. My understanding, based on the things you've told me and the discussions we've had, is that your long-term goal for this company and for this initiative is this. Do I have it right? Yep, you do. Now, the supporting objectives to make it work are these. Yep. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that? No, we got it. This is good. I'm really impressed. You really understand where we are. By the way, let me tell you one more thing, and then I'll start talking. They always do. So
if they do?
Let them talk. Always let them talk. Because when they're done, they'll let you know. And we can either do it right here together, or let me come back to you. But you can make that choice based on how significant the change is. If it changes your whole presentation and proposal, you can say, you know what? This changes a lot of things. I need to prepare. Same thing. You got to review, but through the dialogue, it makes it a lot easier to pull back and say, I need to relook at this thing. It'll build you a lot more trust and credibility with that person because you're on point with what's important to them. So just in summary, this whole concept of them first, us second, the verification of the goods and the compelling gap before you propose. Remember the research project on selling to executives? Understand my objectives, listen before you propose. Everything comes back to customer first, me second. Customer first, me second. Makes all the difference in the world. And so it's just a little slight shift in thinking, but it makes a huge difference in close rates, margins, speed with which deals get done. All of that is impacted by the level of trust that's being established with the approach that you take.